Hi, YouTubers and what shavers everywhere. It's Mark with Georgetoon.com. I'm back with another Monday Morning Mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? We've got a brand new coffee, courtesy of viewer James Sefton. James, thank you very, very much. Hang on, gonna get a sip here. Yeah, that is good. That is delightful. Wow. Like this one a lot. I've heard about it here and there, but James came through and sent it to the channel. This is terrific. Wawa coffee. How about that? This is their regular blend right here. Smooth and mellow, our classic blend. How about that? Wawa. Yeah, Wawa is very big on the East Coast from what I understand. It's convenience stores and fuel plazas, that sort of thing. And they have their own brand of coffee, which is delightful. Wawa coffee. And as they say on their product page here, our coffee's always brewing, all 100% more responsibly sourced from Rainforest Alliance certified coffee farms. Find out more at ra.org. Our regular classic blend is mild and mellow with a touch of sweetness. Yeah, that describes it perfectly. Really, really nice. There's no bitter aftertaste or anything like that. Really, really nice. Hang on. Very smooth, very mellow. Yeah, we like that a lot. And I didn't know this. Let's see, April 16th, that was last Wednesday, was Wawa Day. They were giving away free coffee to celebrate their 61st anniversary. And as they wrote here, Wawa Day, April 16th was Wawa Day, and the company is marking its 61st anniversary with a free cup of coffee. Wawa is offering customers a free hot coffee of any size all day on Wednesday. That would have been April 16th, 2025. The company expects to give out nearly 1.5 million free cups. How about that? That is that's fantastic. That's fantastic. And we're using the state of Ohio coffee mug that came courtesy of viewer Beth Jones. Beth, thank you very, very much, because Wawa just opened up their first location in Ohio in the greater Cincinnati area. I think it's Liberty Township. So hopefully pretty soon we'll get a Wawa up here in Northeast Ohio, and I'll be able to enjoy their coffee right there on site. This is good. This is really, really good. We'll have a link to Wawa's website where you can check out all their coffees and find out where they're located near you, that sort of thing. Hang on, one more sip. Yeah, that's very, very good. And they also say here, find a Wawa fuel store on the way. Look for our wing-shaped canopy on your next joyride. Within a mile of these highway exits. Well, they're listed on that page there. Just go up there and check it out. Fuel up anywhere or take a power trip to our 175 plus locations with EV charging. Wow, that's one. Wow, this is good. One more sip. That is really, really terrific. And you know, speaking of coffee, I did something really kind of neat. I used the Microsoft Edge browser, and they have a little AI routine which allows you to create a theme just by typing in a prompt. And I typed in the following text: three yellow Labrador dogs, each enjoying a cup of coffee at a diner. And it gave me this. This is my new theme in my browser. How about that? AI created via the Microsoft Edge browser. So I thought that was really, really kind of neat. Oh, absolutely. Okay, we got coffee everywhere. And happy belated Easter and Passover to everyone out there. Those holidays just wrapped up yesterday, as a matter of fact. And we forgot to mention a happy Easter and a happy Passover in last week's show. I guess it's just trying to coordinate and schedule all the reviews and figure out where I'm putting different pieces of information into different shows and that sort of thing. When I'm editing one, I'm already starting to take show notes on the next one, and it slipped my mind. So my apologies. So allow me to wish everyone a happy belated Easter and a happy belated Passover. I hope that your Passover was happy and blessed, and I hope you had a very, very happy and blessed Easter. Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. And as we like to say on the show, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug. Let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Hang on. That is really, really good. Hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. Really do appreciate that. If you're listening to the podcast this morning, thanks very much for tuning in and listening to listening to the show on a lot of those streaming platforms out there like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, that sort of thing. We got a great show for you this morning. I think we got all the intros and hellos and good mornings done. We got a great show for you this morning. We've got a nice shaving tip. We've got a shave den visit of sorts. Stay tuned for that. We got some reminders for you. We got some refill comments that I really, really enjoyed reading. So looking forward to sharing those with you this morning. We also have some great new wet shave gear to show you. And also some questions and comments. So yeah, got a great show for you this morning. So thanks very much for tuning in. Really, really do appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. So let's get the show kicked off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Jimmy V Photography, and this is a tip that we've tucked away in our archives, and because of the recent discussion we've had about alum blocks, we thought we'd bring this one back out as a reminder. It fits in perfectly with our discussions, and Jimmy writes, "Good one, bringing back the tip about using alum to make a better grip. I think many of us have put in that tip over the years, and it bears repeating for sure." Absolutely, Jimmy. Thank you very much, which is why we're using it again here on this morning's viewer shaving tip. My alum block sits in the dry dock, and after every application of lather, I dip my fingers in water and run across the alum. It helps with the razor grip and when stretching skin out a bit. Yeah, that's an absolutely fantastic secondary tip here, because I know a lot of wet shavers out there like to use their opposing hand to stretch out their skin when they're shaving. For instance, they'll start doing maybe a with the grain pass, and they'll just maybe reach over the top of their head like this, and they'll just stretch their skin up a little bit, and then they'll start to shave away. Having a little more stickiness or a little more grabbiness on your fingers to stretch that skin really helps, and alum will increase that stickiness or that grabbiness, stickiness of your fingers when you're grabbing your face and stretching the skin out. So yeah, a really, really terrific shaving tip there, Jimmy. Thanks so much for sending it in. Thanks so much for reminding us of how an alum block can be used to increase the grip of either the razor handle or also stretching out our skin. Really, really fantastic. So thanks again, Jimmy. Really, really do appreciate it. Now, Jimmy already has a George sketch. But if you out there would like an original George sketch just like this one here, just send me a shaving tip. Send that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use it here on the viewer morning shaving tip segment of the Monday Morning Mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. Again, just email that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use it here on the viewer morning shaving tip segment of the Monday Morning Mailbag, once more, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So Jimmy, thanks again for a terrific reminder, a terrific shaving tip. Really do appreciate it. Okay, it's time for a shave den visit.
Grab your favorite shave soap, whip it up, rich and creamy, fill your cup, boom, lather. Hot towel ready, face feels prime, a classic shave, so smooth, so fine. 30 degrees, a light touch, let the razor do the work, no need to rush. Shave like a pro, close and neat, a shave so smooth it can't be beat. Slap on your favorite splash, feel that glow. Shave complete, now you're ready to go. Oh, boom, shave complete, you're ready to go.
Well, this morning's shave den visit is an update of what I have in my shave den. And this is an update on the Aylesworth Altair brush handle that David Dart very kindly sent to the channel. David, thank you again very, very much. A beautiful aluminum brush handle. Now, this is available from the folks at Aylesworth with a couple of different shaving knots already installed. One is the G5C, and David very, very kindly sent the channel the handle, allowing us to put in a knot of our own liking, our own choice. And it came down to 2 different knots because the folks at Aylesworth, they recommended the G5C, which I have right here. I don't want to drop the other one, or the Pure Bliss. So I ordered both of them to figure out which one would work best with the Altair handle. And I also asked viewers for some feedback. And the feedback that I did get from some viewers who emailed me, tends to make me lean towards the G5C because viewers really like this knot. It feels a little bit softer than the Pure Bliss, to be perfectly honest with you. The Pure Bliss is very, very nice. I think the G5C has a little fuller. It's a little fuller. I mean, you don't see that? It's a little fuller. It's a little more substantial loft, and I think this will go very, very nicely in the Altair handle. Plus, this is one of the knots that Aylesworth installs on their end when you order the brush with the knot. So that's why we're going to go with it, and it's going to require 2 quarters like that to put into the handle like that, as I recall, and then the nut will drop in there like that, and it should look like that. How about that, huh? Isn't that great? Yeah, so I'll just push it down like that. That'll sit or seat very, very nicely. Now, what about the Pure Bliss? Well, the Pure Bliss, we do have a handle for it. Now, you might recall that Chris Borab very kindly sent handles to the channel as giveaways. And we gave away 3 of these beautiful, beautiful custom-made handles from CB Brushworks that Chris Borab operates and creates. He creates under that name, CB Brushworks, right there. And he sent 4 handles, and he said, Mark, you can keep one for your own shave den, which I thought was very, very nice. So I set this one aside because it was a rather really nice, elegant, kind of simple design that I liked. I liked the black and the white like that. And it was a little different from any other brush handle that I happen to have in the shave den. And I double checked with Chris. I emailed him again, and he emailed me back, and he said, Mark, thanks very, very much for giving away the 3 handles, and yes, the 4th handle is for you. So thank you very, very much, Chris. Really, really do appreciate that. So now we have a knot for this CB Brushworks handle right here. So we'll be knotting 2 handles, and I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this handle with the Pure Bliss knot. And look at that. Won't that look great? How about that, huh? That looks, wow, what a happy accident. So we'll be gluing this Pure Bliss knot into the CB Brushworks handle here. I don't know, I guess you could call it a chessboard handle, I guess. That's kind of how it impresses me. And yeah, that'll be nice. And I don't know if I'm going to go all the way down like that. That gives it a lot of backbone. Or maybe put in a couple of quarters in the base like that, and then maybe put that in. It might work like that. Yeah, maybe 2 quarters in there, and then glue that on. I think that's going to be perfect. 2 quarters in there, and then we'll fix the knot. And then with the Altair handle, the folks at Aylesworth said you absolutely want to use 2 quarters like this. You see that little ledge there? What you'll do is you'll lay some silicone Gorilla silicone adhesive in there, and then you'll put in a quarter, and then you'll put some more silicone adhesive there, then put in another quarter, then put some more on there, and then you'll take the knot and press it in, and that should seat it properly. So I'm really looking forward to doing this, and I believe viewers have suggested that I record the whole process, and I plan on doing that. And I do have the Gorilla silicone right here, so we're all set to go. So this arrived as well. So I've got everything. It's just a matter of making sure I set the camera up correctly, and I have everything set up very, very nicely, and the lighting is all set up, and it should be a quick and easy procedure, but it's the first time I'm doing it. So I'm anticipating a couple of fumbles here and there, especially when it's on camera. And, hopefully we'll get through it. We'll see what the editing process brings, and hopefully that'll streamline the process a little bit. So I'm told once the knot is set, just wait 12 hours and then you're good to go. So we'll be able to get 2 new brushes from this whole process. A big, big thank you again to David Dart for very, very kindly sending the Aylesworth All-Tear aluminum brush handle. This is a beauty, and the G5C knot is just going to be spectacular in it. And also a big, big thank you to Chris Borab for the CB Brushworks handle. Chris, what name would you give to this handle? I'm calling it the chessboard handle. And it looks just absolutely fantastic. And look at that. Isn't that knot's gonna, boy, both of these are gonna just be fantastic. Really, look at that. Yeah, gonna be fantastic. And you can see how the G5C knot will lend itself better to the All-Tear handle with its, it has more loft there, whereas the Pure Bliss fits very, very nicely in the chessboard handle. That's what I'm going to call it, the chessboard handle. Yeah. So that's what we got going on in the Shave Den. And again, my thanks to David Dart and Chris Borab, and to all the viewers out there for your input and allowing me to make this decision here, and the folks at Aylesworth for sending along instructions on how to seat this knot here, and for recommending the Gorilla Silicon. So we're all set. So stay tuned. We're gonna what's the word? We're going to affix these knots to the handles. I think that's the proper expression. We're going to affix these knots to the handles, and I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks to all the viewers out there for your input. Really, really do appreciate that. Stay tuned. Hey, here's your reminder to check out Shavesplash.com, a website that's been built by viewer Lee Meyer, especially if you want to pair up your favorite shave soap with an aftershave splash. If you don't happen to have that shave soap sense aftershave splash, Shavesplash.com will help you find a companion aftershave scent for that shave soap. It really is pretty amazing. Plus, they got a lot of other great information up there, blog posts, interviews, that sort of thing. Check it out, Shavesplash.com, a really, really useful tool for the wet shaver and wet shaving community. Well, here's your reminder that the channel now has AutoDub technology, courtesy of YouTube and Google. And as the name suggests, AutoDub automatically dubs the audio portion of the Monday Morning Mailbag and all the videos here on the channel into Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French in real time on the fly. Pretty amazing. Just click the gear in the lower right part of the video screen. A menu will pop up, and from there, you can select the language of your choice, Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French, and AutoDub will automatically translate from English into any of those languages that we've just listed. It's pretty amazing. AutoDub, check it out. Well, here's your reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. Simply get up to your favorite streaming platform and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more, Monday Morning Mailbag and more, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup, will come right up. Both of those podcasts are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, and now iHeartRadio. Well, we're in the home stretch. This Saturday is the Maggard Meetup. April 26, 2025, from 12 noon to 5 p.m. at 124 South Winter Street, Adrian, Michigan, 49221. Again, Maggard Razors is hosting their 8th annual wet shaving meetup this Saturday, April 26, 2025, from 12 noon to 5 p.m. Confirmed vendors are Above the Tie, Ariana and Evans, Barrister and Mann, Blackland, Katie's Bubbles, Shannon Soaps, Sterling Soap Company, Through the Fire Fine Crafts, Timeless Razors, Holy Call, Wolf Whiskers, and Zingari Man. Now, in previous Monday Morning Mailbags, where we've talked about the Maggard meetup, Henri at Victoria was listed. They're not listed this week for some reason. I don't know if that's a typo or there's been some sort of change in the number of confirmed vendors that will be there this Saturday. Well, I'm curious to find out. That's why I've got my ticket. I'm going to be there, and I hope to see Henri at Victoria and all these other great vendors there, plus everyone else at the Maggard meetup this Saturday, April 26, 2025. We'll have a link below where you can get to the website, get to the page, get all the information. It might be updated. Maybe there'll be another change there. I don't know. But get a ticket, $35 each. This is a wonderful, wonderful meetup. If you've never been to the Maggard meetup, now's the time to get a ticket. And I am really looking forward to it. I have my ticket. I hope to see you there. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low. That time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Hang on, one more sip. That's marvelous. That really is a wonderful, smooth, mellow coffee. Like this one a lot. Again, courtesy of viewer James Sefton, Wawa Coffee. How about that? This is their regular. And again, smooth and mellow. Our classic blend right there. Yeah, this is terrific. Like this one a lot. And you know what? We forgot to share with you what they have on the back panel here. Here's what they write. Mornings are better with coffee. Everything's better with coffee now that we think of it. Our coffee is for anyone, anytime, for anything life throws at you. Think of us as your wingmate. We're with you, no matter where today takes you. Let's brew this. I like that a lot. That's very, very inspiring. Kind of a great adage, a great slogan, a great positive thought to have on a bag of coffee. That really is terrific. I like that a lot. Yeah, so Wawa Coffee, first one open in the greater Cincinnati area, and that's why we're using the State of Ohio coffee mug. Again, a big, big thank you to viewer Beth Jones for that. Really do appreciate it, Beth. Just a beautiful coffee mug. This is Starbucks Been There coffee mug. This one highlights the state of Ohio. We'll link these below. You can get your favorite state featured on a Starbucks coffee mug like this. It really is terrific. I like it a lot. All the great things about Ohio here, like the first traffic light right there. The first traffic light in the world. Yeah, right there. The cardinal is our bird, and football and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Our state flag. Yeah, it's really wonderful. Yeah, thanks again, Beth. Thanks again to James Sefton for the coffee. Really, really do appreciate it. We got some great refill comments here this morning. Let's kick it off with something from Larry Sablotny, who writes, see what I started with the review of the Hendrix Classics James Bond Shave Soap and Aftershave? Yeah, when Larry reviewed that Shave Soap and Aftershave Splash from Hendrix Classic, their James Bond Shave Soap and Aftershave Splash, we talked about the Gillette Slim, Goldfinger, and we've had a great, great discussion because of that. So yeah, Larry, thanks very much for kicking off that discussion. Really, really do appreciate it. This comes from Mike, 19663. You said the Supply SE was your favorite shaver. If that is the case, then try the new Supply SE Max razor. The Max has beaten the Supply SE by a lot for me. With the Supply SE Max, I have gotten a BBS+++ result, and this is from someone who has well over 30 plus razors. All my shaves are head shaves. Wow, thanks for the great endorsement and confirmation of how wonderful the new Supply SE Max razor is, Mike. Really do appreciate that. I haven't done a head shave yet, because I'm waiting for this rash to clear up, and I've been taking some cream for it and some other oral medication. So we're just about there, and I'm gonna start a head shave. And yes, the Supply SE has been my go-to for head shaves. But now I'm very intrigued by the Supply SE Max razor. Now, as I understand it, it uses a proprietary blade system. Mike, is that true? Please let us know in the comments below, because I don't think it takes a snapped DE blade or a standard injector blade or even an Artist Club blade. I think it uses a proprietary Supply blade. Please comment below and let us know, because I've been hearing some word through the grapevine that some folks are saying, well, it's a proprietary blade. So when you use the Max razor, you got to use that blade. You can't use just any blade. So please let us know if that is true or not. Even so, it sounds like it's a great razor, proprietary blade or not. If you're getting a great result, well then, yeah, using their blade probably helps the process and helps the performance of the razor. So yeah, that's great to hear, Mike. Thank you very, very much for letting us know about the new Supply SE Max razor, because we've mentioned it in previous Monday morning mailbags. Thanks again, Mike. Really do appreciate it. This comes from viewer Spooky to Scary. As for lightly scented, unscented soaps, I believe Phoenix Shaving has options for unscented soaps and aftershaves. If you want, you could probably use any soap of your choice, then use an unscented splash to finish it off. In my experience, the soap scent doesn't really linger like the scent from an aftershave or a cologne. Alternatively, you could also use a half and half, or any ratio, of the unscented aftershave and the aftershave of your choosing to water down that scent a little. Hope this helps. I'm sure other members will have great answers too. Yeah, that's a really good idea, kind of a half and half type of thing. Maybe get a half unscented and a half of whatever scent you're using. It'll water it down and it'll, kind of make it a little milder. That's a great, great suggestion. Spooky to Scary. Really do appreciate it. This is in regards to Abene Saman's question last week of who can recommend some mild or unscented shave soaps and splashes, because his work is encouraging everyone to not wear to wear aftershaves that are a little on the muted and milder side. So some viewers came up with some great, great suggestions. So that's from Spooky to Scary. Thanks again, Spooky to Scary. This comes from Michael Andrew, 4488. Enjoyed the Monday morning mailbag again, Mark. Paraso White is a great low non-fragrance choice for those needing that. Bonus, it's a great shaving cream and balm and very reasonably priced. Yeah, that's great. Paraso White is very, very lightly scented. That's a good one too. Thanks very much for that, Michael. Really do appreciate it. Jeff Palmer, 9149, writes, thanks for another great 3MB, making Monday mornings great again. On the low scent request, I know that Nivea Sensitive Face Balm scent seems to disappear in about 20 to 30 minutes. Other than that, I keep unscented aftershave on hand just in case I don't have anything to pair with the soap. Unfortunately, that is all the info I have. I tend to look for products that have a scent as opposed to not. Hope you have a good rest of the week. Hey, you know what? That's another really good pick too, Nivea. Nivea is also lightly scented, and I really appreciate you passing that along, Jeff. Thank you very, very much. This comes from Jonathan P. 857. Hey, Mark, another great Monday morning mailbag. For an unscented shave soap, give Sterling Sheep a try. Practically no scent and actually has mutton tallow and lanolin. Great soap. I didn't know that. I learned so much from the viewers on this channel. That's fantastic. I never knew about Sterling Sheep, especially that it's got mutton tallow and lanolin in it. That sounds great. And it sounds like it would be something that is lightly scented. Jonathan, thank you very, very much. 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes, writes, fragrance-free or low in fragrance. Harry's Post-Shave Balm, as best I remember, has no odor and works well as a balm. Witch hazel, in my estimation, is very low in odor. I agree with you. The witch hazel I use, Dickinson's, has no odor at all. Or as you say, very, very low. And Harry's, I think I have some Harry's here. I'm gonna double check that balm. I think I got like that kit that was like, $4 or $5. All you had to do is pay for shipping, and they would send you the razor with some of their aftershave balm and that sort of thing. I think I have one of those in the shave den. I'm going to check it and actually get the balm and test it out. So thank you very much for that. 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes. This comes from William Murphy, 1756. Great show, Mark. Love the Shave Splash info. Yeah, again, we mentioned it in the reminder section, shavesplash.com, a great, great resource, especially if you're looking for a scent to go with your shaving soap. That is, an aftershave splash scent to go with your shaving soap scent if you don't have the actual pairing of the shaving soap. For instance, if you have Tabak and you don't have the Tabak splash or balm and you want to find out what goes good with Tabak, shavesplash.com will tell you. It is a work in progress, but it's just going to get better and better and better. So check it out. We'll have a link below. And a big, big thank you to Lee Meyer for allowing me to share it with all the viewers out there. Lee, bravo. Great site. Okay, anyhow, Bill Murphy continues here. Love the Shave Splash info. Loved my Spot Prints bowl and ordered another bowl with my Air National Guard emblem. I will send you pictures and a review when I receive it in a few weeks. By the way, love today's George cartoon. Have a wonderful week. Bill, thank you for your service, first of all. That's great. And yes, I know I would love to see it. Viewers would love to see this shaving bowl once it gets to your shave den. Yes, please review it. Take some pictures. Shoot a little bit of video of it. We would love to see it. These 3D printed bowls from Spot Prints are wonderful. And of course, Bill and Connie Murphy very, very kindly sent to the channel a custom-made George Boom Lather shaving bowl. If you missed it, check it out last week. It is absolutely beautiful. We've got the review done. It's scheduled. Stay tuned. I'm really excited to show it to you in action. It did a great job. So, Bill, thank you again very, very much. And please tell Connie thank you as well. This comes from Paul DeJardin, 1060. Good morning, Mark. Great show again. Wow. Lee's aftershave scent matchmaker is brilliant. You know what? That's a great way of putting it. It's an aftershave scent matchmaker. That is fantastic. It'll match scents from different brands of shave soaps and aftershave splashes. That's what it is. That's a perfect way of putting it. I got to remember that and make a mental note of that description in upcoming Monday morning mailbags when we put together the reminder segment. So thanks very much for that, Paul. Absolutely brilliant. He continues here. The best part about this tool is someone who knows nothing about aftershave but keeps complaining about your scent choices can find something that you'll be able to wear around the house. That's another really, really good point here. Whether it's me or another YouTuber or other fellow wet shavers, if they recommend a particular scent to go with a particular shave soap and it's not to your liking, you can find something that might be more to your liking right there on shavesplash.com. Really, that's a terrific, terrific point. Really do appreciate that, Paul. Thanks again. Really do appreciate that. Viewer Sell It Man writes, that Shave Splash website is amazing. I wonder how long it took to put together. Also, how is it updated? The author should set up each vendor to set up their own products. I'm sure they would gladly do so. Just my 2 cents. Cheers, Kevin W. Kevin, that's a fabulous suggestion. Lee, yeah, you should reach out to some of those vendors, some of those artisans out there and other manufacturers of splashes and soaps, and let them know about your website and let them input into your database or get you the information or get you the samples. They would love to be in that because they'll get visibility and they'll get recommendations to pair up with various shave soaps. Yeah, I think that's a great, great idea. Kevin, bravo. Leah, hope you're watching this. The fantastic idea. And how long did it take him to put it together? I don't know, but it's brilliant. And it is a work in progress. And your suggestion, Kevin, really is a good one. It'll help speed up the process of updating it. Gee whiz, I hope that comes together. Thanks again, Kevin. Really, really do appreciate it. This comes from Dan Blackshear, 6289. Fantastic review, and I have that set, and it is outstanding. A must in the den, and wish everyone would include a spray top. This is in regards to Mully's Outlaw Barbershop. It's a fantastic shaving soap, wonderful tallow base, and the splash and the shave soap go together very, very well. And yeah, the aftershave splash has 2 options. You can either use it with a cap that'll splash into your hand, or you can also screw on a spray top. They included that. That is wonderful. I agree, Dan. And an absolutely wonderful option to have with the aftershave splash. Thanks again, Dan. Really do appreciate it. This comes from Ken Frederick, 6223. Great episode. Nice to see those tiger blades from the Czech Republic get some recognition. I've been championing those for several years now. Take care. Ken, thank you very, very much for confirming how great the tiger blades are. We're going to get a review done on those. And they were very kindly sent to the channel by Aaron Watson. A terrific, terrific blade. Stay tuned, folks. We're going to get a review done on them. But if you can't wait for the review, they're like $8 for 100 on Amazon. We'll link them below. No kidding. And Ken, as he says here, has been championing those for several years now. Ken, thank you very, very much. This comes from Ken Williams. Wonderful show, Mark. Can hardly wait for your reviews on the Apex and Rowen razors. Always looking for mild and upper mild shavers. Have a great week. The Apex review is done, and that's been scheduled. I can't remember when, but it was a marvelous, marvelous shave. And the Rowen, stay tuned. Thanks very much for that, Ken. Really do appreciate it. This comes from viewer Bug Chief, and he writes, Hi, Mark. As always, a great Monday morning mailbag. Might I suggest that when you do the shaving brush assembly, you do a video for all of us to watch the process start to finish? Another suggestion would be to possibly get another handle for whatever knot you don't install. Best regards, Glenn, a.k.a. Bug Chief. Yeah, Glenn, you're ahead of the curve here. We are going to shoot a video showing the actual process of putting the G5C in the Altair handle. And as you learned this morning in the Shave Den segment, we've got the beautiful CB Brushworks, I'm calling it the chessboard handle here, and we're going to use the Pure Bliss in that one. Yeah, so really looking forward to doing that. We've got the Gorilla Silicone. We've got the adhesive by Gorilla Glues that Aylesworth recommended. So we're all set with that. So really looking forward to doing it. Just have to get the lighting, get the camera set up and that sort of thing. And the sooner the better. So I'm really looking forward to that. Thank you for the suggestion. I really do appreciate it. Bug Chief, also known as Glenn. Glenn, thanks very, very much. Indy Shaver writes, so glad you enjoyed the bowl from Peter as much as I do. Great 3MB as always. Yeah, Indy Shaver shared his Spot Prints 3D printed bowl last week in the Monday Morning Mailbag. Check that out. An absolutely beautiful, beautiful shaving bowl. Saluting the Indianapolis 500. Really terrific. And if you missed our discussion of the Boom Lather Bowl, that was in a previous Monday Morning Mailbag. The review is getting scheduled. Yeah, a lot of viewers have had Spot Prints do these really, really wonderful customized 3D printed bowls, and they're absolutely beautiful. If you have one, send in pictures, send in some information, and we will share it on the Monday Morning Mailbag. So, Indy Shaver, thanks very, very much for that. This comes from Gary, viewer Gary, Garch, 1995. He writes, this is regarding his shaving tip that he sent in regarding glycerin. Maybe my commentary on the use of glycerin was premature. I am not too certain its use, as I tried so far, has any effect on reducing razor clogging. I believe its use, as I had described, may have some effect on post-shave feel and shave closeness. Still unsure. I tried glycerin rubbed onto the face twice now. No noticeable disadvantages. I cannot yet say more for certain. Gary, that's fine. It was still a really, really good informative shave tip. And again, I believe, if I recall correctly, I asked folks, hey, are you doing this? Does it work for you? That sort of thing. So it was a good inspirational shaving tip to start a discussion, which it did, because Stan Chapman sent in the following. Great show, Mark. Morning shave tip doesn't specify in what form glycerin is applied as a pre-shave. Guess I do this as I wash my face with pear soap, glycerin, and great hydrator degreaser. Leave it on and add Phoenix Shavings The Cube, glycerin based, and then apply a super hydrated shave soap, no peaks. I do not have a problem rinsing my razor even with a 5-day growth. So my answer is yes. So there you go, Carrie. Stan is confirming the shave tip that he's using glycerin, and it's not clogging his razor at all. Although it sounds like his lather is on the thinner, slicker side. But still, 5 days worth of beard growth. That's really impressive. So Gary and Stan, thanks very, very much for the input on using glycerin as a pre-shave, not only for I guess a skin conditioner, a pre-shave, but also to help in unclogging the razor. And Stan says, yeah, it works. So thanks again, gentlemen. Really do appreciate that. This comes from Odin Arcade 00. Hey, Mark, great show as always. I love the Aylesworth Apex Aluminum. I have the Gamer Green version along with the Gamer Green All-Tear brush. Just to clarify, you can order the brush with either a synthetic G5C knot or a Best Badger knot pre-installed. I got the G5C synthetic knot, and it's the best brush I have in my collection. Also, Aylesworth just came out with their own razor blades. I am sure they are either rebranded Chinese or Indian stainless steel uncoated blades, but I can't wait to try them. I just ordered them. Also, the Tiger and Tatra razor blades are made by the same factory as the Rex blades, but I think the performance might be different, although I can't confirm as I have only tried the Rex blades. Oh my gosh, Odin Arcade 00, thank you so much for this information, and thank you for specifying which knots you can get installed on the All-Tear brush handle from the folks at Aylesworth. We have the G5C. You can also get a Best Badger. Wow, that's great. Thank you very much for clarifying that. And again, we're going to put the G5C in there because it seems to pair up very, very well. And we've got the process and instructions from the folks at Aylesworth, so I'm looking forward to that. And thanks very much for the information about Aylesworth having their own razor blade. Looking forward to those. If you get them and try them, please review them and send in some information. Anyone out there, if you happen to get the Aylesworth razor blades, do a review, send it in. We'll share it here on the Monday Morning Mailbag. That's really, really fantastic. Thank you again, Odin Arcade 00. This comes from Beth Jones. Thank you so much, Mark. Have a great rest of the week. Well, this is in regards to the review that Beth did in last week's Monday Morning Mailbag. Thank you, Beth. She did an absolutely spectacular job, a really well-written, thorough review comparing the original Henson razor, mild version, with the newly redesigned Henson razor, mild version. If you missed it, check it out in last week's Monday Morning Mailbag. A terrific, terrific review. Beth, thank you so much for sending it in. Really, really do appreciate it. This comes from Nightly Truth. I find Castle Forbes to be slicker than Taylor of Old Bond Street. Builds a nice lather, too. You will be impressed, Mark. I need to get you to try Geo Fat Boy's razor, by the way. It's really good. Well, you know what? Castle Forbes 1445 shaving cream was very kindly and generously sent to the channel by Beth Jones. Beth, thank you again very, very much. We've got a review done on it. It's going to run very, very soon. I think it's going to run tomorrow. I think it's scheduled for tomorrow. I'm going to have to double check where I have all these reviews scheduled. But the scent is wonderful. The performance was great. Stay tuned. I really, really like this shaving cream a lot. And Geo Fat Boy has a razor. I'm very interested. I'm going to have to go up there and check it out. If I find the link, I'll link it below. Thank you very much for that, Nightly Truth. Really do appreciate it. This comes from Jason Forrester, 5656. Good morning, Mark. Every time I see George, it reminds me of my father. He loved Peanuts and Calvin and Hobbes. Father passed 30 years ago, and I always remember sitting on the floor with him and reading the comics with him. Oh, that's absolutely wonderful. What a wonderful memory and anecdote. I remember also sitting on the floor with the comics, especially the Sunday pages. And in my family, my brothers always said that if they didn't read the Sunday funnies before Mark, forget it. You're not going to be able to read them, because I hung on to those Sunday comic pages all day and all night. Not only was I reading them, I was studying them. I was looking at the artwork. I was looking at the lettering. I was looking at how the panels were drawn. I was looking at how things were inked. That's what I was looking at. So yeah, I did. That was kind of my education when it came to creating cartoons, studying the Sunday funnies. And you're right. What a great thing to do is just to lay down on the floor and read the Sunday comics. Do kids do that anymore today? I don't know. Maybe they lie down on the floor with their tablets and read comics that way. Yeah, what a great memory. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Jason. Really, really do appreciate it. This comes from Paul the Kiwi Shaver, all the way from New Zealand. Thank you so much, Mark. I'll treasure that sketch and will display proudly in my den. Absolutely fantastic. Paul, my pleasure. It solved the problem. Thanks for stepping up and saying that you'll take that George sketch that Robert from American Vintage Soap Company said we could give away to anyone out there for his shave tip. Paul said, hey, right here. I said, okay, fine, I'll take you up on that. So Paul, enjoy it. Get a picture of it and let us know where it's being displayed, that sort of thing. So thanks very much for that. Very, very nice comment. Really do appreciate it. This comes from viewer Dina DeRosa, and he writes, hi, Mark, another great 3MB. Just a reminder that Melbourne is not pronounced Melbourne, but Melbourne. Your pronunciation of South Gippsland is, however, spot on. Enjoy your week, mate. Dino, thank you very, very much. I've been pronouncing Melbourne, and it's actually Melbourne. And he has it spelled here M-E-L-B-N, Melbourne, kind of like Melvin with a B. Okay, I have to remember that, but, you know, my standard American English that I was raised on, I'm looking at M-E-L-B-O-U-R-N-E as Melbourne, and it's pronounced Melbourne. Okay, so I'm going to have to remember that. It's kind of like New Orleans. It's New Orleans. Same kind of thing. Up here we say New Orleans, and down there they say no, it's not New Orleans or New Orleans. It's New Orleans. Same kind of thing. So Dino, thank you very much for the polite correction. I really do appreciate it. That is absolutely fantastic. All right, and that wraps up this week's refill segment. Thanks very much to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Viewer Jamie Horn very kindly sent in this review of Yaqi's Dragon Shave Soap. And he writes, I've had my first shave with Yaqi Dragon Shave Soap. First, let me say that I own several Yaqi brushes, but this is the very first soap of theirs that I've tried. This soap leaves you invigorated by its tantalizing floral bouquet, a scent that leaves you to believe that you have just entered a botanical garden. I used my Yaqi Atlantis shaving brush, and I could not believe the amazing peaks of lather I had just after the third or fourth swirl in my shaving bowl. A phenomenal shave and wonderful shave soap and slickness unsurpassed. And Yaqi Dragon Aftershave is as fire-breathing grand as the soap. A hot scent with a nice spring cool finish. Thank you, Mark, Grace Chen, and all the folks at Yaqi. Well, thank you, Jamie, because Jamie is the individual that introduced Grace Chen and Yaqi to the channel, and Grace very kindly sent some Yaqi shaving gear to the channel and allowing us to share it with all the viewers out there. We sent the Yaqi Dragon Shave Soap and Aftershave Splash to Jamie to get his perspective and review on it, and as you can see, he loves it. The lathering performance was very, very similar, identical to what we experienced with, I believe it was Lost Treasure that we reviewed here on the channel, Yaqi Shave Soap. Collaboration between Yaqi and Master Soap Creations. Really terrific, terrific lathering shave soaps. And yeah, Dragon has a really, really wonderful, wonderful scent. On their product page, they write, Dragon is an homage to Tom Ford's Fougère d'Argent. This fragrance exudes decadence and luxury, unabashedly bold. This Fougère scent is a legend redo that converges impeccable decorum with the modus operandi of an agent provocateur. Fougère is an exquisite work of beauty. Here are the scent notes. Top notes are lavender, ginger, and mandarin orange. Middle notes are akagala wood and labdanum. Base note is coumarin. Yeah, boy, that does sound like a wonderful floral bouquet with a little bit of citrus in the background. Really, really wonderful. So Jamie, thank you very, very much for sending along the review. Really, really do appreciate it. He also had a great experience with the aftershave splash. So Jamie, thanks again very, very much for the review of Yaqi's Dragon Shave Soap and Aftershave Splash. Really do appreciate it. This product review and heads up very kindly came from viewer Paul DeJardin, who writes, "Hello, Mark. Hope you're doing well and ready for Easter." Well, yeah, he sent this before Easter. Thank you very much, Paul. Happy belated Easter to you and yours. I got a new box of the Astra Green Platinums. I forgot that they are now made in India and no longer made in Russia. Wow, what a pleasant surprise. They are actually smoother than the original ones. I'm attaching a couple of pictures so you can see the difference. The new ones have a darker ink and only the number 1 stamped on them versus the 1 to 4 of the originals. By the way, I found that Aveeno Baby Eczema Cream is fantastic for rashes. Thanks for that recommendation. Everything seems to be clearing up fine, but I will absolutely make a note of that for down the road. Thank you very, very much. And for low scent aftershave splash, you got to go with the Italian Parasso Green. Take care. Have a great Easter. Well, thanks for those 2 recommendations, Paul. Really do appreciate it. But thank you for the update on the new Astra Platinum Greens made in India. Paul says they're smoother than the originals made in St. Petersburg, Russia. How about that? Thanks again, Paul. Really, really do appreciate it. Viewer Abene Samant sent in this review on some very inexpensive razor blades. And he writes, "Hi, Mark. Great show today. I found some razor blades that are very economical and they actually do a very good job. They are very mild and smooth and the price can't be beat. I paid $8.99 Canadian for 200 blades, and I believe they're on Amazon.com for $5.99 USD for 200 blades. I will say the advertising is a little deceitful since the American razor blades are actually made in India with Japanese steel. I'm not saying these are the best blades in the world, but they are very forgiving, perform well, and great for sharing with new wet shavers and friends who want to try something different. They're probably what I would call a one and done blade, but at that price, who cares? I find they're perfect for traveling since I only use them once and dispose of those blades immediately after I use them. Warmest regards, Abi." Wow, that is absolutely fantastic. Oh yeah, he writes a PS here. "Happy birthday to your brother Jay. It was snowing today in London, Ontario, and will again tomorrow, April 15th and 16th. We forgot to mention this at the top of the show. We didn't have any snow at all on April 18th or the 17th or the 16th for my brother's birthday. We usually get snow around his birthday, April 18th, but this year, no snow. The 16th was very, very cold. It was like below freezing, and they were predicting snow, but no snow materialized. So one of the few times we didn't have snow around my brother's birthday. So if that changes after I get done recording this, we'll do a little drop in and let you know. But now it's getting warmer and warmer. So we had that one last chance for snow around my brother's birthday. But no snow this year. So there you go. And Abi, thanks very, very much for the recommendation on these razor blades. $5.99 for 200 on Amazon.com. $4.99 for 100. For the extra buck, you're better off buying the 200. Absolutely. That's absolutely great. I think I'm going to try these out myself and, give them a look, give them a shave and see how they perform. One and done is fine by me, as you say, very economical. And if it gives you a fairly decent shave, hey, wow, you're really ahead of the curve. So Abi, thanks again for recommending American razor blades. Not the best, a good economical blade, one and done, and a good blade to share with fellow wet shavers. Abi, thanks again very, very much. Well, earlier in the show, during the Maggard Meetup update, we mentioned Henri at Victoria. Now, we're still hoping that they're one of the vendors that will be attending the Maggard meetup. In previous Monday Morning Mailbags, they were on the list. This time around, their name was omitted from the list. We're just hoping it's a typo because I really wanted to meet them there at the Maggard meetup because viewer David Dart very, very kindly and generously sent to the channel Henri at Victoria's Cognac and Cuban Cigars, shave soap, and aftershave splash. How about that? And this scent is marvelous. Oh, this is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful scent. I love this scent. And here's what their product page has to say about Cognac and Cuban cigars. Close your eyes, savor the smell, and let it linger for just a moment longer. You have arrived in Cuba. Imagine the pleasure of an afternoon game of poker, lounging around while smoking cigars, and sipping on a fine, fresh cognac. This defines masculinity with its rich aroma that combines sweet cognac coupled with an aromatic, subtle, cool, smoky charm. Wow, that captures it exactly. Here's the scent profile. Cedarwood, fresh leather, zesty lemon, cognac, spicy tobacco. Yeah, boy, this scent is marvelous. I am so looking forward to reviewing this. This is great. I mean, I have never tried Henri at Victoria's shave soaps, but I'm telling you, if you haven't tried one either, this is a good first choice. It really is fantastic. And they offer this particular one in two versions. I have the shea butter version right here. They also offer it in a triple mill version. And here's what they have to say about their triple milled soaps. The untold advantages of using triple milled soap. The manufacturing process for any type of triple milled soap is renowned for producing soap with significantly fewer impurities and an exceptionally smooth texture. It also eradicates almost all the water in the soap as well, leaving a much more concentrated and harder soap. Traditionally, these soaps are made with ingredients that are proven to harness naturally skin-soothing ingredients. Here are some of the benefits. The soap has minimal to zero impurities. It is smoother than regular soap. It is creamier and more indulgent than other soap. The soap is denser and will last so much longer than regular soap. Each bar is absolutely consistent in color, fragrance, and feel. So there you go. That's kind of the benefits of triple milled soaps versus the shea butter soap. This shea butter soap is going to be great, and the aftershave splash as well. So I was really looking forward to meeting Henri at Victoria at the Maggard meetup. I sure hope they're going to be there, and I hope it's just a typo on the website. We'll find out when we get there. This is a great scent, and this shave soap and aftershave splash promises great performance. The scent is marvelous, and if you know, my feeling is if the scent is marvelous and they put that much care and creation into the scent, you know the performance in the lather is going to be top notch. So really looking forward to this one. Cognac and Cuban cigars from Henri at Victoria, the shave soap with shea butter and the aftershave splash. My thanks to David Dart for very kindly and generously sending this one along to the channel, allowing me to share it with all the viewers. We're going to get a review done. We'll have links below. David, thanks again very, very much. Well, last week, viewer Tim Whitcup gave us a heads up on a brand new razor called the Rowen. You can check out the Rowen razor at tryrowen.com. That's TRYROWEN.com, tryrowen.com. And we contacted the company and we heard back from its founder and creator, Manuel Rappard, and he very kindly sent a Rowen razor to the channel. So here it is. We're going to unbox it right now for you. The Rowen right here, safety razor right here. Really nice packaging and presentation here. He also very kindly sent along the razor stand and also the Rowen blade bank. So we're going to open all three of these right now, and let's see what we got here. Okay, let's open that up. Okay, packaging is very nice on this. This would make a great gift. With Dads and Grads Day right around the corner, this would be great. Now look at that. That is really nice packaging and presentation. A tray comes out like that, out of the kind of like a sleeve packaging right there. You get some really, really nice information here. Let's just show you the information regarding the razor. Welcome to Rowen, and assembly of the razor. Check that out. That's really nice. How to clamp the blades, clamp blades, prep skin. Wow, look at that. Apply shaving cream. So they give you some really, really nice information. Start shaving. Wow, this is really, really nice. Rinse, pat dry, apply balm. Great. This is perfect for a beginner wet shaver. And of course, seasoned wet shavers are probably going to like this razor a lot too. I mean, I'm looking at it right now. It looks beautiful. Check that out. Check that out. They give you the razor, the razor head and base plate, the cap and the base plate, the handle, and also some razor blades. So let's take a look at it. Really nicely packaged. This is really wonderful. It's an aluminum razor. Let me just pull this out. I'll just undo it like that. Get that, pop that out very, very securely. Okay, I gave it a couple taps. Here is the razor head right here. Okay, I'm going to set that down. Okay, it came out. There it is. Okay, wow. Very nice knurling on there. Beautiful finish. Really, really terrific. Okay, so here is the here's the handle, and here is the here's the base plate. It's a tab and slot configuration there. Okay, can you see that tab and slot? Okay, the base plate is solid, so the slots don't go all the way through. There's a nice thrust bearing in there. See that little bearing in there? So you're not going to have to use an O-ring, is my guess. See that right there? That's nice. And here is the cap. Okay, looks very similar to another razor that we've talked about on the channel. Has that kind of Henson razor head kind of feel and vibe going on. And here's the handle, and we're going to connect it like that. Nicely threaded. Oh, that snugs up very nicely. There it is. Check that out. It's a nice finish. It's not a high polish finish. It's not a matte finish. It's somewhere in between from what I can see here. I like the branding on the cap, Rowen. Let me get that there so you can see that Rowen. See that? The light is reflecting a little too much. I like that. So it has a nice finish in between high polish, anodized, and kind of like a sandblast, satin finish, somewhere in between there. And again, the knurling, very tight, looks like it's going to be nice and grippy. Nice weight. This has, for an aluminum razor, this has a little more heft than some of the other aluminum razors we've reviewed on the channel. That's really, really nice. Let's take a look at the razor stand here and get a look at that. Okay, we're going to open that up. Okay, oh yeah, that got that open. Okay, there it is right there. Wow, that's nice. That came out very easily. There it is. It's a nice solid block, nicely finished. You know, there are no sharp corners or sharp edges. Really very nicely finished. Okay, again, same kind of finish to the stand as the razor, and it fits in just like that. Check that. That's nice. That's really nice. Now, I know the lighting here is throwing up a little bit more of a reflection, but it does not have an overly high polished look to it. Again, it's in between satin and a high polish from what I gather, but it really looks nice. It really looks terrific, and it looks to be a great, great starter razor for a new wet shaver. It promises to have that same kind of built-in angle on the razor head that the Henson has, like that, where you can find that angle very, very easily. Boy, looking forward to shaving and reviewing this one. And let's take a look at the blade bank here and see what my thanks to Manuel Rappart for very, very kindly sending these items to the channel, allowing me to share them with the viewers. Really looking forward to the review on this one. Okay, so here we go. Here's the blade bank. All right, that's nice. It's kind of a flat blade bank. Oh, look at this. This is really nice, okay? There it is, okay? Okay, and you insert your blades like that, and you can open it up like that, discard your blades into a larger container, take it to the recycling center, and then just put this back on there, and then continue to use it. That is nice because a lot of blade banks are sealed up, and once they're used up, you got to throw away the whole blade bank and get another one. This is nice. I like that a lot. And again, same kind of finish as the razor. Same kind of I would, it's not really, again, it's not really a high polish finish. It's not really a fully satin finish. It's right in between. That's how it impresses me. So I'm really looking forward to using this and reviewing it. And as they say on their product page, the last razor you'll ever buy. The Rowen single blade razor makes it easy to achieve a barber quality shave at home. Designed to reduce skin irritation, razor burn, and ingrown hairs, it delivers a smooth, comfortable shave without plastic waste or overpriced cartridges. Okay, and what you get, again, it includes one Rowen precision safety razor head, one ergonomically weighted handle, 5 premium single blades. And here they are. These are super platinum. Look at that, super platinum right there. And the brand is Fly Deer. I've never heard of this one. I think we're going to use these blades in the razor first time out. And that's really, really marvelous. If I had to, 10 blades, just so you know, 10 blades. That's great. Wow, that's really, really wonderful. And again, packaging and presentation is terrific. I like it a lot. Nice that they have instructions, especially for the new wet shaver. And again, the weight of this razor is a little more substantial than some of the other aluminum razors we've used. This is really, really nice. And, this handle has a little more heft than some of the other aluminum razors we've used. So really looking forward to using this razor because, again, it has a nice feel in the hand, nice heft, looks great. Looks like you'll be able to find the shaving angle very, very easily. Great for the new wet shaver, great for a seasoned wet shaver, that's my guess. And again, the knurling on the handle, very, very good. I like the heft, and I like the stand. Really, really nice. Very, very nice. So my thanks to Manuel Rappard for very kindly sending this along to the channel and allowing me to share with all the viewers. And a big thank you again to Tim Whitcup for the heads up on the Rowen razor. Try Rowen.com. That's where you can get all the information and check out this razor. Order one for your shave den. And again, the razor, the stand, and the blade bank, really, really nice additions to your shave den or a great, great gift for the new wet shaver in your life. Wow, this will get them off to a really, really good start. Looking forward to the review. Promises to deliver a nice, mild, efficient shave. That's my guess. I haven't shaved yet. After we record this, I think I'm going to use the Rowen. I'm really looking forward to it. And again, really impressed with the heft and the look and the feel. Yeah, really, really terrific. The Rowen razor. Again, my thanks to Manuel Rappard for sending this along to the channel. And a big thank you to Tim Whitcup for the heads up. Rowen. Try Rowen.com. We'll have a link below. Oh, I'm just dropping in because you just heard me mention that the Rowen aluminum razor seems to have a little more heft than some of the other aluminum razors we've reviewed on the channel. And I was curious about this, so I contacted Manuel Rappard at tryrowen.com, and he very kindly sent along this answer. Hi, Mark. Thanks so much, and I'm really glad to hear everything arrived. You're exactly right. The head and outer handle are both aluminum, but the handle has a reinforced steel core to give it a bit more heft. Like you mentioned, I personally enjoy the lightness and control of an aluminum razor head, but I found that a fully aluminum build often felt too light, especially during longer passes. The added weight in the handle is meant to strike that balance, keep the maneuverability of aluminum, but still give it that grounded feel in hand. Sounds like you picked up on exactly what we were going for. Appreciate you double checking the details and don't hesitate to reach out if anything else comes up. That's from Manuel Rappard at tryrowen.com. So there you go. It's an aluminum razor and it has a little a little more heft because of that steel core in the handle. Really, really very neat. So my thanks to Manuel for passing along that information, and also wanted to mention on their website, under their fact page, there's this question: can I travel with my Rowen razor? And the answer is yes. Rowen comes with a sleek protective case that's perfect for travel. However, always check TSA guidelines regarding carrying razor blades in your hand luggage. Now, I'm assuming they're referring to this case right here where the razor was stored when we opened it up. And yeah, don't throw this out. This makes a great case. I think that's what they're referring to. So another kind of little bonus with the Rowen razor, a little extra heft of aluminum razor, and you also get this great case for travel. Manuel, thanks again very, very much. And that wraps up this week's look at new wet shaving gear. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some of these questions and comments. Well, earlier in the show, we talked about shavesplash.com, an absolutely fantastic website. It's a scent matchmaker. You can figure out what aftershave splash scent will go with a particular shave soap that you have in your shave den. Really, really terrific. The creation of viewer Lee Meyer. Lee, bravo, absolutely fantastic. But again, they also have a lot of other great information up there. Wanted to let you know there's a wonderful article up there about Adopted Acres Soap Company. And the headline is Adopted Acres, a story of hope, love, and soap, an interview with Doug Lane. So check it out. We'll link it below at shavesplash.com. A really terrific resource, and also a website that has a lot of great inspirational stories. Here's one in particular about Adopted Acres Soap Company. Of course, we've reviewed the Mully Shaves shave soaps, talked about them. They're really, really wonderful, created by Adopted Acres Soap Company. So check it out up on shavesplash.com. Adopted Acres, a story of hope, love, and soap. An interview with Doug Lane. We'll have the link below. This comment comes from viewer Binayak Chakraborty 8193. I hope I pronounced your screen name correctly. And he writes, I have grown up watching my dad shaving with a Gillette cartridge razor and shaving foam. When it was time for me to start shaving, I was all excited to get my own Mach 3. But Dad said, nope, you must first learn the art of shaving. Hence, started my journey of shaving with a safety razor along with shaving cream and brush. Although later I bought myself a Mach 3, the shaving experience was not as good as my DE razor, so I went back to it. That is really, really a neat anecdote and very insightful of your father to instruct you properly in the art of shaving with a safety razor. And then from there, you can kind of make your own decision. And you came back to the traditional wet shave using a DE razor. I'm wondering how many other viewers out there had a similar experience. When it was time to learn how to shave, did your father take you aside and say, okay, you're going to learn with a safety razor. And then after that, you can do whatever you want to, but you're going to learn with a safety razor. I think that's absolutely wonderful that your father had the wisdom and the insight to instruct you in the proper use of the traditional wet shave with a DE safety razor, a shaving brush, and a shaving soap. And I'm thinking that a lot of us out there who have young sons who are getting ready to do the traditional wet shave, I think Dad is going to tell them, you're going to do it with a DE razor first. Learn that technique. Learn how to shave that way. And then from there, you can kind of make your own decision. But I think it's a great foundation in learning how to shave. The traditional wet shave is a wonderful foundation. Again, I think it's the best way to shave. We're all here. All of us in the wet shaving community agree with that. But there is so much available for the traditional wet shave. Some great, great products from safety razors to shaving soaps to shaving brushes, aftershave splashes, etc. As I've always said, you'll find a razor, a soap, a brush, etc. that fits your beard type in your wallet. And it really is a great way to shave. And, after you instruct your son in how to do the traditional wet shave, if they want to move off to a cartridge razor, a Mach 3, something like that, well, okay, fine. You know what? They'll be back. But giving them that foundation, I think, is a great first step. So, Binayak Chuck Bordy, 8193, thanks very much for that memory and that anecdote. Really, really do appreciate it. I'll put it to the viewers out there. What say you? Is this the way you learned how to shave? Starting first with the traditional wet shave? And if you have a young son out there who's getting ready to shave, is this how you're going to influence them? To start with the traditional wet shave. My gosh, there are a lot of razors out there to choose from, so it seems like it's a no-brainer, in my opinion. Probably be the great, great way to start learning how to shave, doing the traditional wet shave. Again, a great foundation. Binayak Chak Raborti, thanks again very, very much. Viewer Bob LaRoe sent along this discussion from Wicked Edge, and we'll link to that discussion below, but I wanted to include it here in questions and comments because I think it's a good one. Here's what this particular article asked. With summer around the corner, this seemed appropriate. Does anyone change their routine around the time when it gets hot out or cold? So yeah, are you changing your shaving routine as the weather warms up, spring into summer? Are you changing it when it starts to get cool again, get colder? Maybe during the summer months, you're not using a hot towel cabinet, maybe not applying a hot towel, or maybe you are, I don't know. Maybe you're using a mentholated shave soap a little more often in the hotter months, so you get that really nice cool and chill, and maybe in the colder months, you're not doing that. Maybe when it gets colder, maybe you are using a hot towel more often, or maybe you're using a scuttle to get a warm lather shave during the colder months. Maybe you're not using that scuttle so much during the hot months. Maybe during the hot months, you're just doing cold water shaves. Comment below and let us know. Would really be interesting in hearing all the responses and sharing them on upcoming Monday morning mailbags. Again, we'll link that Wicked Edge article discussion below so you can check that out, because all credit to them for that. That's something that Bob passed along. So Bob, thanks very much for the heads up on this. Really, really do appreciate it. And that wraps up another Monday morning mailbag. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out all the wonderful artisan soap makers and sellers that you see displayed on the bottom of the screen right now. They make and offer some wonderful artisan shave soap. They also offer some wonderful wet shaving gear to enhance your traditional wet shave. The next time you're online, please take a moment, pay them a visit. I sure would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/Mark Zarady, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video, or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.